SCHMEHDFRIED. Um, okay, I don't know if it's. Wait, is it on my end? Could be on.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I was actually wondering why you're not saying anything.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't hear you either. I don't know. I don't know who was lagging. If it was you and me. Um. Anyway, so how do I call you? Do I call you SCHMEHDFRIED or something else?
Yeah, Schmidt is fine.
Okay, nice. So let's see. So yeah, Schmidt, I'm happy that I can give you this coaching. As I said, like I wanted to keep like 10 coachings for the people on the stream. For some reason, like not 10 people asked for it. So yeah, I felt like um you've been here for a bit of time, not too long, but you would deserve that coaching. So I'm happy to do it. Um, so have you seen any other of
Yeah.
my sessions?
Yeah, actually, I've seen like 5 of them, not in all their length, but
Mm-hmm.
I think I got pretty much information from them. And
Okay.
yeah, I'm excited. Yes.
Okay, big. So, do you know if you want to do like live coaching or VOD reviews?
Yeah, I actually thought about that. I had a game like an hour ago that I
Mm-hmm.
think might be worth looking at, but I think the most value we get from like live coaching.
Okay, so what we can do a live coaching. If the game is long enough, we have early, mid, late game, etc. We just stay on that. But if the game is a stomp one way or another, we can look at the early game from that game that you're gonna play live. But then we can look at the mid, late game of the game that you played an hour ago.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, so we have like a safety net if needed.
Yeah, great.
Okay, good. So let's see. I don't think, or maybe you typed it in my chat, but I'm not sure if I have much information as of regarding you as a player. So can you
Mm.
just give me like a brief resume, like how long you've been playing Train, your elo right now, if you have any particular objectives, just to understand like you better.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've started playing League like 10 years ago.
Okay.
Um, like at the beginning, like very casually, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I also played some Tryndamere, but not too much. And like I've had like after my exams, I had like a time where I played like 2 years. For 2 years, I played ADC in a small clan,
Okay.
if I might say that. Yes. I tried to take it a bit more serious, but I stopped after playing for 2 years, and for like 3 years ago, I picked up League again
Mm-hmm.
and started playing mid lane. Yeah, I didn't have much success on the mid lane, and yeah, I've stumbled upon your videos, and one thing that was very important for me was like that the player is a very nice person, and
Mm-hmm.
that's and I have the feeling that is who you are. And yeah, I've started looking at your videos and gaining interest into for playing Trinity again. And yeah, that's how I started playing Trinity again.
Okay,
So
so
I'm not, so I'm actually a very new Trinity player.
oh, but that's so pog. So I made you go back to Tryndamere.
Yeah,
Let's
of
go, man.
course, yes.
I'm so happy about that. When I hear like I've heard that a lot, like friends, etc. who told me like, okay, now I'm starting to play Tryndamere, etc. It's such a fun champ. Okay,
Yeah,
big.
and I very much enjoy the way of playing Tryndamere. I think that's a very unique style of playing a
Yes.
champ, like not actually looking for team fights or fights then but actually looking just to push and to create pressure and to split push. Yeah, that's actually a very exciting
Yeah.
a way of playing.
Most of the time. I mean, of course, if there is a team fight to take, sometimes you have to take team fights. But yeah,
Yeah, of course.
by default, when there is an objective, you don't look to be there. You look to be somewhere else, and that's pretty funny.
Yeah, and that's the thing I'm most interested about. That you
Okay.
need to exactly know when to a team fight and when to split push.
Okay, yeah, I would try to help you for that. So I would take it easy on you. If you're just coming back on Tryndamere, I will not like be too harsh on you during the coaching.
Yeah, that sounds great. I
Okay.
think actually in general I have a very weak understanding or low understanding of the actual game. I don't know many matchups. I don't know many items, to be honest. So I have to actually look at some items and don't know what they're doing just by looking at them.
Okay, it's very fine. I will try to simplify it for you. Like what I realized during my coaching is like most of the time the way to get better for you guys is actually to simplify the gameplay and just put it in the right direction. You know. So I will try to help you with that for sure. By the way, Schmidfried, real quick, I usually don't interact with chat at all, but here just real quick, I want to say thank you to Novity. It's been such a long time, bro. Thank you for the sub. I'm having a great day, and it's nice to have you, man. It's been a bit of time. Much love. Yeah, Novity was here like 2 years and a half ago when I was like streaming for like one viewer, and it was Novity sometimes, and
Very
yeah,
nice view I see.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I deserve all the gates that I have on the stream.
Yeah,
Um,
actually, I'm pretty I'm pretty astonished that your viewership is so low. I like the way you're streaming. I would have guessed that your viewership is much larger,
Oh, thank you. Well,
but
that's
maybe in the
that.
future.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on for sure. Like I believe if you throw out good content, then you just need to give it time, and keep it like regular. Because the thing is, I started streaming 2 years ago, but then I would stream like 20 days in a row, then not stream for 2 months, then stream one day, then not stream for 4, you know. And now I'm kind of like streaming 6 days a week, minimum 6-7 hours. Trying, yeah, to get really serious about it, offering coachings to make people know me, posting on YouTube. So it's gonna work. It's gonna come with time. I'm confident now. And thank you for being part of this, by the way. You could
No, thank you.
you will be able to say I was here at the beginning, you know.
When you have like 1 million viewers,
Exactly.
yeah.
At least. Anyway, so we're gonna get right into it. So you can start sharing your screen. We're gonna look for a game, and we can keep talking a bit until we find one.
Yeah. Actually, do you want me to stream only League or my whole screen?
I think yeah, if you stream only League, I think we get better quality probably.
Okay.
So
I
I
see.
think, yeah, that would be better. Up, up. Okay. So yeah, so during my coachings, I try to find like the 3, 4, 5 main points that like could be your weaknesses. You know that if you work on, you will have the most results in the short term. So what do you think these will be? You told me about like maybe not always knowing when to split, when to team fight. What else do you think could be holding you back?
Yeah. Let me think about it. I think the early laning phase is not so much the problem. Um, I need to work on the mechanics. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the mid game and the end game. That's the main part I need to work on because yeah, as I said, I don't exactly know when to split push and when to take part in team fights. I had a game like 3 days ago, where like I got flamed by my teammates for not being part of the game. Yeah, and actually, yeah, I had a bit of doubt about that play about that way of playing Tryndamere, and yeah, yes, I like I said, I got a bit of doubt about that, and I'm not sure, and I want you to explain me exactly how if the way I'm playing it is actually the right way, or is that if there's something I can work on.
Okay, for sure. So yeah, as I said, we'll see if we get a mid or late game, this game or not. The game you talked about 1 hour ago, it was a long one or it was pretty short?
No, it was a long one.
Okay, good. Okay, so if you've seen my sessions, you know that there's 2 exercises that I like to start with. Um, First one is like what I call doing the thinking. So whenever everyone would have picked their champion, I would like to hear about your thoughts regarding the game, the champions, the matchups, how it's supposed to work. And then when we get into the game, I would like to hear about jungle tracking. So you can start now by talking about what you think your matchup is, how you're gonna play it, and then the game in general, and I would be just listening.
Yeah, actually, I think your spreadsheet about the matchups is very helpful in that case, or in general, since I don't have much knowledge about much of the matchups. So I think I'm playing against Shogath here. Oh, I think it's Diana mid, Shaco jungle, Shogath top, and I think Shogath is magic is AP. Um, yeah, let me first look at the. I don't know if it's okay if I look first at the spreadsheet, so I know what exactly to do. Da, da, da. I think you're talking about his Q that I need to dodge that, and his E actually does a lot of damage. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, basically when he has 3 empowered autos, so you wanna try to like not treat him when he has his E active,
Mhm.
and try to dodge the Qs, of course. And it's Shogath with grab, so he's gonna win like the short trades, but you can win all-ins only if you dodge the Q. Sometimes you wanna like dash on him and you don't auto, you dash and you keep moving, because most likely he's gonna Q where you're gonna be standing if you auto him, and so you can move through it, for example. But it's a bit specific. It's not gonna be what matters the
Okay.
most. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
About the matchup, yeah, I think at the top, I don't know if it's going to be uh so many kills. I think it's mostly about pushing, and it's not that heavy of a kill lane. So I think, yeah, I shouldn't expect many ganks from Silas. There might be some ganks from Shaco, since I think he's a very gank happy champion. Yeah, mid. I don't know much about Diana, but I think since it's that, it's going to be a skill matchup, and that might like snowball and be very strong in the late game. But as I said, it's going to be a skill matchup. Um, wow. Okay, what's that? Sonar and Tariq. Okay, I don't know anything about that. That's very weird to me. Yeah, Jin is actually a scaling champion, and the combo could be very strong. But I'm very astonished by Sona and Tariq. I don't know anything about that combo. Yeah, that's it for now. It seems to be. Oh, okay. They actually. Okay. So he's starting at the bottom.
So do you have any plan regarding the wave, the lane, how you're gonna play it?
Yeah, I think it might actually be the best if I don't push, since Shaco, as I said, is a very happy ganker, so he likes to gank. And um, um, yeah, actually, I will let him push. Um, Maybe I will be able to create a slow push. Oh, that's good for me.
Okay, so what's your plan now regarding the wave?
Yeah, create a slow push. I need to track the jungle in case Shaco might be near.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah, he's trying to counter push. Yeah, that doesn't look so good on the bot lane. I think I can harass some. Oh, I actually. Oh, nah, no, that wasn't good. Does he have teleport? Okay, he does. He's going to teleport. Oh, fuck. I'm trying to push that in before he teleports, so I can teleport. So I can back myself.
Okay. What will you buy?
Um, I think he doesn't have boots. He's building armor. I think boots might be good in that case, and I think I will go for Kraken or Hullbreaker. Is she going to buy this? Yeah, I need to get back in the lane.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't actually know if I'm going to split push or if I'm going to be like more kill heavy and go Kraken Slayer and some armor penetration, but I think I will go for um Heartbreaker.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, Diana's mid. He has his ultimate. I think he's able to stack his ultimate with minions 6 times, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, wow. Uh, okay. Oh, fuck. I pressed my ultimate. I thought he's going to ultimate me so he could kill me.
Okay, better safe than sorry. That's what we say.
I think I should be able to track it with this one. Okay.
Do you have any idea of where Shaco is right now?
Um, no, actually not. I could guess by the position of Silas. Oh, okay, he's here. Okay, I need to respect them. He's actually now top jungle. Okay. Maybe I could waste some time here of his. Yeah. Yeah, that's nothing too bad for me. Yeah, he's up 5 CS on me. That's okay, I guess. That was close, too close actually.
Okay, what's your plan now?
My plan is to let his wave crash and to get as much CS as possible and not getting doved.
Okay.
I think it's that at least his Okay. That was close. I have more ultimate. Oh, I don't like this situation at all. I need to desperately. Oh, I can't kill him, I think. Oh, okay. Um,
You should crush it. You can crush it.
yeah. I'm
You,
a
you have
bit.
Ocean Drake, you have Q's, and Shaco was very low. So I usually don't pilot,
Yeah.
so I know that you wouldn't crash it, but I don't want to see you living that way. It's so sad.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
fine. Look at your HP now. Yeah, you're super high. Okay. Job.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. What I'm going to buy? I think that's a good buy. I think if I had bought a pickaxe, I couldn't have bought the shoes. So I think I'm fine with that. Yeah, he's building turbines. Or is it turbines? No, it's plated steel caps. What's that? Turbines again? Is it magical systems?
Plated steel caps? Oh no.
Yeah, because I actually turned my game into English today.
Oh,
So I know the
okay.
term turbines, but I'm actually not sure if it's for um, armor.
Oh yeah, it's armor. It's armor.
And then he's trying to get.
Yeah, something very important that you just did. He has Bam my Cinder now. So it means that if he gets on a turret, you can actually like walk to him or dash on him.
Ah, I see. So because he burns me and oh, okay,
Yes.
that's great to know. Okay.
Okay. What's
Slash.
the plan now?
Uh, crush the wave.
Mm-hmm.
I might be kill him. I might be able to kill him on the turret. Yeah, he's going to dive. No, fuck. Yeah, I might still be able to get like a demolish proc. Oh, I need to help him. Yeah, Shaco can't leave his lane because of his Need that. Okay. Yeah, I need to be careful here. Oh, okay, great. Yeah,
Have a ward?
great. Oh fuck yeah, I had a ward. I think I might be able to get him here. No. Okay. Oh fuck yeah. That wasn't worth it all. But I'm still ahead in XP. And he has to back now. I can push that in. Yeah, I need to back instantly. Right, crashes. Oh fuck yeah. Maybe I should have stayed, but that's okay right now. Shaco's bot. He needs to back. So he might start again on the top. So I might be in danger in like a minute. But I have my ultimate in 20 seconds. I need to ward in about 30 seconds or so, maybe a bit earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, don't push that wave.
Oh, it was okay. I like the
Yeah,
idea
that
though.
wasn't very. Yeah, that wasn't very it. Because so let me put the watch here. I hope he respects and doesn't get killed. Yeah, maybe I should have pushed in that case, since he's not coming. No, okay, there he is. What does he have? More armor. Yeah, but I think I can snowball on him. Since I have my ghost in about 10 seconds, but that's still too much HP on his part. Mm, I need to back since I have my hull breaker. I think I'm going to let him push and create a bigger wave so I can back myself. No, he can't get me here. Okay.
Okay, he just used ult. I don't know if you
Oh, did he?
noticed.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
When you heard
So
the
that might be
nom
a.
nom 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 nom,
Uh,
that's that's his ult.
okay. So okay, he wants to back now. Okay, maybe I can push the lane in. I don't know if he has teleport up. But I'm guessing he has. So, but maybe I could sneak in a demolish proc and back myself. Yeah, okay, he has. Okay. Okay, at least I pushed the wave in. Okay, so it's minute 16. The plates are not anyway. Okay, let me buy that and a shoe and get back on lane immediately. Dragon is not up for 4 minutes. Herald is up in 90 seconds. Yeah, I think I could help with Rift Herald if I push it in some more and get him a bit poked down. But I think I'm not able to create that much pressure to help it that way. Okay. Jacob's on its way. Uh, okay, that's a splash. Okay, I think I can get back on top lane and push it in some more since he's not here. Oh fuck. Yeah, that's I think that's a mistake on his part.
Hmm.
Yes, still a demolish proc. Okay. I think I was lucky here.
Oh, you're not. You have Hull Breaker. It cannot kill you. That's why we go.
Yes. Yeah, true.
Shaco has no damage on you at that point.
Yeah, I think Shaco's still near. I might actually wait until I see him maybe on the bot lane and start Rift Herald. Okay, he's bot. Yeah, I should have get. Um, I hope they can't see me here. Yeah, he can. And then I'm going to kill him. Oh, fuck. Wow. Yeah, okay, that was dumb. Okay, but that's okay.
Okay, I will say it now. Try for the next fights, the next times you're gonna actually hit him. Try to move between your auto attacks. Try to kite him and between every auto, move towards
Yeah.
him to gain distance.
Yeah, I've seen you do it, but and I've seen other pro players do it, but I don't actually know what's the value with doing that.
While getting more autos because you get more distance. Okay, let's see that play.
Yeah, that could have done maybe better, but that's okay. Take a top, okay. I think I'm going to back.
And then what?
Oh, Dragon is up. By that, I think creating pressure on the top for Drake is too late. I could join that fight. Oh, since there are hex gates, I think I might go bot and yeah, I might go bot and try to help it.
What's your best way to help that Drake?
Yeah, I think creating pressure top is not an option right now.
Okay, so that's the
Yeah.
wrong way of helping.
Oh fuck! Okay, that was dumb.
So we'll talk about it after the game, but you're playing Hullbreaker. Do not forget that you're playing Hullbreaker. And you have no ghost and you have no ultimate. So
Yeah.
yes, you cannot pressure top for Drake. It's too late, and that's very smart of you. But you cannot teamfight either. You have no ghost, no ult, TRYNDAMERE with Hullbreaker. You're weak. So what you can do instead is pressure what?
Pressure. Is it a Rift Herald that's up right now? No.
Stage.
I could pressure the mid lane, the top lane maybe, or the bot lane.
Yeah.
That's
Top.
what I could pressure right now.
Top lane, we said it's too late, so you could pressure mid lane. You should go bot here.
Okay.
Drake
Yeah.
is down, right? So now the objective is Nash.
Yeah,
No.
but I think would you say that we are all too weak to really threaten the Nash, or is it still worth to pressure bot lane?
I mean, like, all you have to ask yourself is like, can my team, like, all you have to do is like defend the Nash. Do you think your team cannot, like, if they go as 5 enemy team on Nash, think your team cannot just defend it?
Okay, that they could defend that, and maybe that creates time for me to push the lane some more. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's all they have to do. They don't even have, you don't need to have a team that has the power to do Nash even. You just need to be able to defend it.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I created some pressure on the bot. But they got okay. Oh, we could start Nash here since she's backing. No, go back. Yeah, that was very worth. I think it was dumb of me to hit the Shogat. But it all worked out at the end, so everything is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, let me death that. Oh no. Okay. I don't know if that's the play right now. To team fight here. Oh, that was very close for me. Yeah. I actually don't know what this ult does.
It's like a Trinda ult, but on everyone.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, that's sounds powerful. No, I think we can't catch them. Okay, that's the time for me to pressure bot lane to top lane, so we could get the Drake. I don't have my ult, so I shouldn't go too deep.
Okay, so how are you gonna like help your team for the Drake?
Yeah, definitely create pressure on the top lane.
Okay.
Definitely.
So what does create
That
pressure
might be
exactly means? Like, what's the actual goal?
yeah, just being on the top, threatening to put in that wave. Like we have two guys on the top that creates a 4v3 for my team,
Mm-hmm.
and I could get on the mid lane and create some more pressure, but the drag isn't up for some more time. Okay. Yeah, I think I created the pressure too soon that they are here before the drake spawns. Oh, okay. Let me help with that. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, what did we achieve right now? I think I'm going to stay for the break.
Forget you're playing Triforce, Hullbreaker.
Yeah, but since I'm here, should I go on the bot maybe?
I know
No,
now
no.
it might be a bit too late.
Yeah,
You'll have the smite anyway. But if instead of that whole fight and spending that much time on Shogath, you should have went like just mid. If you went mid, it's either like here you could be like hitting the Nexus turrets. So someone
yeah,
will have to defend and you actually like win the team fight by doing that. Because on Shogath
yeah. That's
you
true.
already like got on only a 400 or 500 like damage output for the whole team fight, and during that time you could have taken like so much. So maybe we try to do that. I usually don't intervene too much, but I think like I've seen how you do it. So here, for example, not just try to just stay mid, stand mid, stand mid, stand mid, stand around mid. Don't
No,
want to team
fine.
fight. Yeah,
No.
that's fine. That's very fine. And be ready to push with that wave if you can, and if you cannot, don't go too crazy. This is very fine. This is good.
Yeah. Yeah, since we can take the dragon. Okay, and let me put that in.
Okay, push, push,
See
push.
how far I can get.
Exactly, don't look back. Okay,
Yeah, I feel a
now
bit.
don't forget to use your Triforce on CD for the turret. Yeah, go hit the turret, go hit the turret. You don't need those creeps. Press Q. Press Q. Or E, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you saw if you went straight for the turret, you get in heavier. And also they don't do Drake, even if they won the fight. Pretty good. That's why you play Hullbreaker Triforce.
Yeah, I saw that. It was great.
Okay.
Shogas is on our top jungle.
Oh yeah, so you don't want to face him. Okay.
Yeah,
Again,
get killed, ne?
playing Hullbreaker Triforce. Don't forget. Go push something. I know you sound like a nice person and makes you feel bad for your team, but you're actually doing them a lot of good. That's the way for you to help them win the game the most.
Yeah, Diana is coming.
Yeah, Diana and Thresh. And can they kill you? Of course not. Now you're giving vision, creating pressure. Now you need to be very careful because you're creating pressure on Nash side. You don't want to go too crazy.
Yeah, but since I'm already here, I think it would take too much time to go.
Oh yeah, no, but you're right. You're right to create pressure. Just like you don't want to. Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
that shouldn't happen.
That doesn't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, but you created pressure already, and that was the right play.
I think it would have been the right play for my team to go for Nash in all the time, all the moments I was on the top and they were on me.
For example, or just to push mid or anything. But if your team comes, the right play for you is not to follow the like you dashed in and you try to participate in that fight, etc. That's not what you want to happen. That's not how you want to play it.
So I should avoid team fights at all costs. And if there is going to be a team fight, I should just leave them and really just push.
If you're
So
playing, you decided to play Hullbreaker Triforce. I didn't tell you to play Hullbreaker Triforce. So if you're playing Hullbreaker Triforce, that's what you should do. Yes.
Okay.
That's actually like that's not even avoiding teamfight. That's now you need to of course to look at it like if they're 1 HP, maybe you need to get there. Like this looks very winning. And plus you're about to Kraken now. And now what do we do? Push. Yeah, you push something.
Yeah, I think it's it would be. I think it would have been a waste to press ultimate here. But since I'm dead so long, it might have been. I don't know. Yeah. Let me think. Dragon is up in 2 minutes. I think I should go top here. And buy this one right now.
Okay, so what's the next objective?
The dragon.
Oh, they can die now. It's fine.
Yeah, I need to death mid right now. Yeah, I think even if I press my ghost right now, I think I wouldn't be able to catch him.
Hmm? If you want to defend that, it's all about the wave. That's it. Good job. Defend it. Okay, how long before Drake?
45 seconds. Um, yeah, that's what they're not getting.
Don't type push. Yeah. Or maybe type in between waves. Here you need to push as fast as possible.
I should be able to get no.
Oh, you could have gotten it. You could have gotten
Um,
double in here actually. So I will explain
um,
my thought process, but I think yeah, like I can help you a lot with the way to impact. Like if it's only Diana, you can get double inhib. If they come to you, it means they cannot end, and if they try to end, like it's just winning. Okay, go for inhib, go for inhib, go for inhib. Okay, don't forget to press Q or E. Okay,
I think I'm going
and
for the tower.
you, I don't. Maybe you can. I don't think you can because you have no wave. But that's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck.
that's good.
I thought as long as I'm on the in the base, I could press like ultimate and get the tower, get the double inhib that way.
Hmm.
I think, but was it really worth it? I'm dead now for like a minute, and they could use it to push.
But now look at enemy team. Your team, you are 24 and 46. Your team is losing every team fight. The threat is losing the game basically.
Yeah,
And by applying the pressure on their base, you're giving so much space for your team to like defend and not lose the game. And it could have been done better. You could have done it when Diana was coming and go for double inhib at that point, and then you would have died before Nash, and you
yeah,
would respawn before Nash. But still, here it's still fine. Like just showing you, like if you're playing Roadbreaker and you're playing Triforce, that's why we do it. And but yeah, I will show you more in the review.
yeah. I think fighting is not the way here. Um, oh fuck. Yeah, that's already Nash. Okay, so how could we fix that? Um, do you think going straight for top tower might be the play?
Well, they have Nash. If they have a Nash, you don't want to split push. Now you have a
Yeah.
timer when they have Nash.
Okay, so we just need to survive the Nash timer.
Yeah. Try to go for picks, try to take it. Yeah, that's really good, but But I think if you push something, well, they can always base in 4 seconds and come and defend, you know? And during the time you're pushing, they can hard engage on your team.
I'm never going to be able to kill him, right?
Yeah.
That's lucky for me.
Yeah, surviving Nash means the pushing waves. That's all you need to do.
I might walk into someone.
Okay, GG's.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the game was of course hard to win, but yeah, you could have had more impact, and I will show you exactly how to do it. At least we have 40 minutes game. We have good content, and that's exactly what we're looking for the coachings. We're not looking for a win. We're not looking for you going 20-0 and stomping everything. We're looking for a long game where we'll have a lot of content, and that's exactly what we have. So I tried to intervene like during the game. It was not like it was not to blame. It was not for like, it was just because I wanted to show you like on the heat of the moment. How does it look?
I appreciate that. I think it was helpful.
Yeah, so now I will show you the thought process behind it and how early like you can see things coming and what you should be looking for. So I will share my own screen now. Boom, boom, boom. Up, up. So the game was pretty long. Do you need to go to the toilet? Do you need to get water? Do you need anything, or are you fine?
Yeah, actually, let me get a glass of water right now.
Yeah, for sure.
That's from it. Thank
you. Ceux qui aiment LOL. Ceux qui aiment LOL hate Chicky Jovis. Love playing Trid, but hate fighting him. I mean, I fought Trin for the last time like 2 years ago. I think I don't play if I don't face Trin. So I don't know if I hate facing him. I just don't face him.
Okay, thanks. I'm good.
Okay. So let me go to the replay. So I would take the game chronologically, and I will try to focus because the game was pretty long. So I'm not gonna take play by play for 40 minutes. It's gonna take forever. But I'm gonna do concept by concept and then illustrate them with the game. Oh yeah, we actually started pretty early. Okay, let's start here. So as an introduction, SCHMEHDFRIED, there's a lot of things that you do and that you do really well. Like I was actually surprised, like some ideas like regarding the wave management, the fact that like how you manage like to stay healthy and alive for a long time. You don't take like too many like useless risks in the early game, in the earning phase, etc. And it's funnily enough, like you actually had decent team fighting, etc. But it was weird because you are playing a split build with a team fight gameplay. I will show you like why and when and how, etc. But yeah, the things that you do right, you do very right, and then there are other things that you do wrong that you do very wrong, and it's good because it's easier to work on. You know, you just focus on those aspects, and then if you do them very right, then you're gonna see like huge improvement in your gameplay. So of course I would focus on those things that you do very wrong. Of course, a coaching kind of sounds like a roast or something. But yeah, everything that I'm not talking about, you're actually like doing pretty well, and it shows that you have plenty of experience and you've played different roles, etc. Now, what I will show you is like trend specifics and how to actually make the champion work to its best. Okay, so first thing first, we talked about doing the thinking. And regarding the thinking, I really liked what you did. The only issue that I had is that you didn't like it was only laning phase. So you told me about top matchup, mid matchup, bot matchup. You told me that bot matchup you don't know much about it, which is fine. So what I will tell you is that whenever you have two supports lane like this, like Sona, Taric, Seraphine, Sona, Soraka, Sona, Soraka, Seraphine, etc. What you should just consider is that they're very weak in lane, but they have insane scaling. Because then you have two supports in your team. So if enemy team gets a few kills, they're gonna snowball, it's gonna look terrible. But if they go even, it's really good. And if they get ahead, it's insane, basically. That's how you should think
actually
about it.
didn't even know that this was a thing.
Oh, it could be a thing. I saw it in high elo sometimes, like having like Sona Soraka, Sona Seraphine, yeah, that kind of shit. And I don't think it's good because they cannot like they're too deep. It's like playing an Asus top basically. It's like playing or Karthus jungle.
But with that comp, I think we lack don't we lack a lot of damage since our bot lane doesn't provide any damage and I'm a split pusher.
Well, it's a lot on Zed, but I mean, no one told you to split push. You decided to be a split pusher. That's why I told you you didn't think about mid to late game. That's the issue. You told me about every matchup, but then what happens after 15 minutes? I have no idea. Who has the scaling? I have no idea. What should be your mission then as TRYNDAMERE? I have no idea. And that's why the thinking is important. It's not only because it gives you like an idea of the matchups, it's because it tells you what your mission is. And now you're telling me already, wait, well, if these guys are supports, who are they gonna support? Zed Assassin, and then it's a Sylas AP. And then it's AP, and not much damage. So Zed only AD. Wait, don't we need an AD carry? Wait, isn't Trynd a melee AD carry? Maybe I should teamfight this game.
Okay, I see. So I should have gone. I shouldn't have gone split pushing and buying a whole breaker and everything like that. And I should have realized that at the beginning.
I mean, do you agree with me like that if you see this comp, you told me that you lack damage and your champion, what is it? It's a ball of damage. That's all you do. You build damage, you build full damage and you deal damage. So if you think that your team lacks damage and you can provide that damage, then yes, probably that you should play for the team fights. Now,
makes sense, yes.
I'm still fine with you going for the split push. I did a series on my YouTube channel, which is like Unranked to Master split only. Like every game I will go Hullbreaker in the first 3 items, every game I will go Demolish, and every time I will look to split as much as possible. And this is fine. Like as soon as you play Hullbreaker Triforce, it is fine. You can do it. And we're not like in pro play or anything where you need to optimize everything. But then you need to stick to what you're doing, you know? Like you need to play it how it's supposed to be played. So it's okay to build anything, but you need to commit to it and play it at the best of its potential. And even if you are playing for the team fights here, I think you should still look to split, to bring Shogath on side lane and then out-rotate. This, I mean, you got it figured out, like the fact that you can pressure side just to create pressure, bring someone and then rotate. It's very fine. But if you're playing Hullbreaker and Triforce, you're not pushing to rotate. You're pushing to bring a cannon wave and ignore whoever is defending and then dash towards the turret and kill the turret before your cannon minion is even dead. That's why it's so strong to go Triforce. You go Triforce because you have like the Triforce Shin procs and you can one-shot objectives. Like when Diana was defending on top, we don't give a shit about Diana, you could get turret, inhib. But this I will show you during the game. So it's one of the two. It's either like if you decide to team fight, you build for the team fight and you team fight. If you decide to split push, it's fine. You build for the split push, but you commit to it. It's gonna be very important. So yeah, that's why we do the thinking. We do it for the lanings, etc., to understand like early game, where should my jungler play, etc. What are we looking for? But then we're looking at, okay, after 15, 20, 25 minutes, what's my mission? Can I, for example, go on side lane versus Jogaf and just like dive him, for example, and get the turret? Or not really. You cannot dive a Shogaf. Okay, well, can I go and out-rotate? Well, yes, but then he has TP, so I need to go out-rotate, TPs, go back, and then out-rotate, and then I have an advantage. Okay, can I go and ignore the Shogaf and just take a turret? That's why I created like the Hullbreaker Triforce Grasp build. It's for tanks that you don't want to like bring on side, out-rotate, bring on side, out-rotate, because then you have only a 15 seconds window every 4 minutes to fight. And I felt like it was too short. And then I was like, okay, what if I just bring them on site, ignore them, take the turret? Well, that looks good. Now they don't want to be on site because they still lose turrets, and they don't want to be in team fights because they lose multiple turrets. And that's why it's strong. So yeah, it's important to understand like the identity of that playstyle, at least when you're playing it. Okay, now we're gonna take, as I said, kind of play by play. So I'm like, I usually never talk about mechanics, but here I'm gonna talk a bit about mechanics. I feel like it's an issue that you don't understand the value of hit and run and of kiting, especially on Tryndamere. Tryndamere, it's a melee AD carry. That's how we say it. It's a melee ADC. You build ADC items, you play with auto attacks, you're just melee range. And that's why you have an ultimate that makes you not die, because an ADC, if it was melee range, Caitlyn, would be super weak. And that's why you need your ult. Sure, I mean, yeah, level 1 miss execution. So whenever you're laning in a matchup, it's okay not to know your matchup and to use my spreadsheet, etc. It's really fine. But the way you're gonna like approach it and learn about it is you need to think about it. For example, like you know what Shoget's abilities are, and you know that he has a Q, W, and an E basically. So most likely either his W, E, or Q, which are all AoE damage, he's gonna use them when these minions get low. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound crazy. So one thing you can do is, for example, bring these minions low before your minions are low. Bring them like auto, and then when he's gonna Q or E or W in these minions, you dash in. That way you don't get hit by the Q or the W. Only issue would be an E, but he would have used it already. And then you get a big trade, etc. And you last hit the CS and he gets big damage. For example, of course, I'm not going to go that specific for every single situation, but that's how to approach, like, just think about what's coming. For example, like, it helped me a lot against Aatrox. Like, Aatrox, I used to struggle a lot into him, and then I was like, okay, what's coming? Well, at the beginning, it's Q1. So Q1, you dodge it by going 90 degrees. And then it's Q2, boom, boom, boom. And this, you dodge it by walking towards him, because the sweet spot is like this. And then Q3, it's a zone around him. And then this one, you dodge it by going away. And that's it. And then I was like, okay, it's actually easy. You just put yourself in your opponent's shoes and you think about, okay, what's coming? Well, of course, Shogat wants to last it like these 3 minutes. So this is just a general idea. It's not like for this specific situation, not for Shogav, just to help you approach new matchups that you don't know. Try to put yourself in your opponent's shoes. Think about his abilities and how he wants to use them. Basically, I think it's a good way to do it. And not only think about your way. Okay, now first big concept. It's gonna be your E usage. We're gonna look at your, like, let's say we're gonna look at the 6 first E's you use. The earlier you are in the game, the more value your abilities have. Because here it's like 100% of your abilities are like that E, basically. And also the cooldowns are pretty long and you have not a lot of crit, so you cannot reset it. So how do you think Tryndamere E should be used in lane?
Either to clear a wave and to last hit with that and to get the CS, Or in theory, I don't think that's what I'm doing under pressure, but in theory, maybe like get either I want to do a short trade and to do an auto attack and to E instantly out, so I can get like distance between me and the enemy, and maybe to get some extra damage with my E. Or if I want to do a longer trade, auto attack, and if I see he wants to get away, E after him.
Okay, really nice. So it's first, number one is distance. That's the main reason. It's to create distance in or out, etc. That's the number one reason. In second comes damage. So if you can get an E that gives you damage and distance, it's POG. And in three, it's CS. When when you don't need to create distance, you don't need to go for damage, etc. And but if it's CS, it has to be like at least 2 minions that are gonna die, or it needs to be in a situation where you know you're not gonna use your E for distance or damage for such a long time. And for example, the first E that I suggested, what it did is it would take 3 CS, it will deal damage on Cho'Gath, and it will create distance. It will be like so good for 3 reasons. Actually 4 reasons, because it creates distance for you, but also against him, because it makes you dodge the Q, etc. So that's a very powerful E. I actually never saw it this way. Okay, it's good that I wrote that down. But here, for example, so you use your E, not for damage on the Cho'Gath, not for distance because you don't need to dash out of him, and for CS you just get 1 CS of it. So for example, so that would be a like suboptimal E. By the way, I really like the idea that, so we see that Chaddouk gets chased out of his bot jungle, so, and our Sylas is in our bot jungle, so Shaco is probably gonna play top side, so it's really good that you see jungle tracking, you make a plan, really nice, good job. I really like the idea of letting yourself being pushed in here. Now, let's see your next E. Here. So you E'd for 1 minion for a bit of damage. Now you didn't create distance, and now boom, look at all the HP you lose. So now he knows you have no dash, etc. And you use like E again for 1 CS. Now we're gonna look at the next E. Boom. By the way, this will die with 1 more turret shot. And now you E for a CS that you don't even get. So
I thought the second shot would kill it.
Yeah, it's fine. But then still, like, it's out of the 5 E's that you have. So it's like 50 seconds, and yeah, you have 5 abilities. You use 3 for like 1 CS, and you didn't even like always get it. Let's look at the next one. So here, like, I would hold my E because we think that Shaco might be topside. But now look at his HP. He's running like low in HP, and on your next Q, like, you're gonna be pretty high. You have potion, you have D-shield, etc. So if I see Shaco somewhere on the map, I would keep my E to try to all in that Cho'Gath because I have a flash and I have a ghost, and I have my W, etc. I would absolutely not E for CS, and boom, we E for CS.
Okay, I see. Yeah. That's 12 seconds where I don't have my E.
Yeah, so now let's see, we see Shaco mid, and this guy walks up. Well, you cannot even punish him. Now we're waiting. So yeah, that's the whole idea. Like, the earlier you are in the game, the more valuable it is, and you should hold on to that value. Okay, and now we're gonna have this. So that's the first concept. So do you see it? Does it make sense, or?
Yeah, absolutely makes sense. So
okay.
Appreciate my skills more, and using them at the right time and keeping them at the right time for the right moment.
Yes, try as much as possible not to use an E for CS, and also this way it's gonna force you like to understand better like the minions death timers, etc., and how to just farm better, you know, like you don't have that safety net, which is your E. Now this is a kill. This is 100% a kill. If we're concerned that Shaco may come, we hold on our E, by the way. That's how you do it. So here, for example, like, you have a guaranteed W, so you can W here. He's turning your back, he's autoing, etc. You have a guaranteed W. He has no Q, so you know you don't have to dodge for a bit. And now you can go for a big trade. And again, I would not use my E until I have information on Shaco, because if you use your E here and then Shaco just comes out of the bush, you're dead. So boom, we get the W, guaranteed, it's fine. So, and here, I don't understand that you don't understand that kiting is valuable. Now look at why you use E. You use E for distance, which is fine. But why do you have to use E for distance? Because look at that auto. Here you auto, and you stand on your ground. And then you're gonna auto again and stand on your ground. During that time, Shogath goes from here to here, and you go from here to here. And then you're out of auto range. So then you need to E for distance. Now imagine you auto, move. Of course you can move less than Shogath because you're autoing. You auto here, move. Auto here, move. Now maybe you need to E after like 3 or 4 autos. But now what is gonna happen is exactly what happens. You don't move, or you let your character move. Of course he's doing it also, which is like super bad by him. So if you're the one kiting, you're gonna just have such a flat advantage. Now we have info in Shaco, auto, and now boom, you cannot auto anymore. You can actually auto once more. You don't need your E. If you want to E, it's gonna be on his next Q, and there is a Q animation, like, you know, like he's gonna hit the ground, and then the Q is gonna go. But now he can Q you. And now look at that. What happens again? Here, he cannot walk through you. You're in his way. So if you auto and move, auto and move, auto and move, he's fucked. Like here, he has to flash at some point or hit the Q, but you have ghost, you have flash. Like, he is so dead. But now you auto, and look at him. He's moving, and he moved past you. How is this even allowed? He moved from here to here without you moving. And now you're out of auto range. Even if you dodge that Q, you're out of auto range and you have no E. And now you have to flash, but if you flash, he flashes. And now he doesn't die. So the only thing that didn't get you the kill here is not kiting.
I have a question about that.
Yes.
Like with kiting, let's go the workflow of kiting. I auto attack with A, with key A, of course, and I walk up and I have to hit A again. I think there's a setting that says, like, when I do that, it preferences champions instead of minions. Should I activate that, or?
You can. I think I use it a lot. Like when you see me like fighting or clicking, I actually like use the space bar a lot, which is where I binded my autos, my attack, move, click, etc. And it prefers whoever is closer to my mouse. And then I also use a lot of target champions only as a toggle. You can use all of this. It doesn't matter. You have so many ways of playing the auto attacks. What matters to me is just that you keep moving between the auto attacks. It's all that's gonna matter. And like you're never gonna see me auto and not move. Boom, auto movement, auto movement. Try to dodge like the Q, the vital. Auto movement, auto movement, auto movement. And this is gonna be so important. I mean, all the time, because if you're not autoing and you're not moving, you're not doing anything. And usually you want to move to either create distance, dodge something, or like for example here I allow myself to use my E because I know I'm not gonna use it for the next boom. I didn't need it. So it's gonna be super important because all the time you need to either walk forward, walk back, or dodge something. You always need movements for something. And even when you don't need movements, you would see players just moving left and right just to like keep the flow going, keep the movement, like stay unpredictable, etc. So here it costs you a kill, and I will just show you like 2 or 3 other situations where it costs you a lot also. Okay, in that game particularly, even if you want to play the split, I don't like Hullbreaker first. I will explain why. So this is a bit of match specific, so I didn't expect you to know it. But Hullbreaker, I think it's good into champions that you cannot really kill anyway, because they're gonna go super tanky. with Tabais, Wardens, etc. And also it's good for champions that usually those that you cannot kill, they have low damage. And with Hullbreaker, they cannot kill you either. They're gonna be less screwed because they're gonna be too tanky, like a Malphite, an Ornn, a Maokai, etc. Now into Shogath, I'm not a big fan because his E does percent HP damage. So maybe you don't know that, which is fine.
Yeah.
But he's really good at killing tanks, so he doesn't care if you have like a lot of HP because he has percent HP damage. His ult is an execute also, which kind of synergize with his E. But also Shogath, if you go Kraken, as I said, as long as you dodge his Qs, like you can stay on him for so long, and you can actually kill a Shogath again and again before he gets too tanky. So I like to go Kraken first, and then I can go Hullbreaker, second or third item.
Okay.
TRYNDAMERE follow. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Could you explain to me? So there are a few items I'm not very familiar with. Like tank items are of course Kraken. So every third hit does like true damage, I think. And there's also a Borg. Could you explain like the difference to me? Like why shouldn't I in that instance go Borg instead of Kraken?
Okay, so Borg first, we had this debate with someone and got hated for some reason. So Borg first is a bait. It's so yes, it looks good for the 1v1. For 1v1 you do percent HP and you can like still move speed, etc. It looks good. The issue with the Borg, there's two issues with Borg. First one, it has no crit and no ability haste. And crit and ability haste are two like super useful assets on TRYNDAMERE. You need to have crit and you need to have haste fast, quickly. It's important. Like you don't really function without it, unless of course you're playing for the split only and you have Hullbreaker, Triforce, etc. And you can afford not to have it. But when you're playing Borg, you're playing to fight your opponent. So haste is super important because it lowers your ultimate cooldown, lowers your E, your W, which are super valuable. And crit is super important because it resets your E as well. And of course it's crits, like it deals damage. So the issue with Borg is that you spend a lot of gold and you get some pressure in the 1v1, but only in the 1v1. That's something else, is that as soon as you have Borg, first item, and you go in a team fight, well, you have no more value. Because yes, you're getting, like, you have value on a single target that has a lot of HP, which is going to be your opponent, but you don't have value on the rest of them. So it's good for your 1v1, but only for your 1v1. And then let's say like they decide to send someone else on side lane, or you're just not being matched, or he just like focuses on. Also, like with Borg, it still not allows you like to dive someone 100 to 0. Like if he decides to stay under turret, you cannot really punish him. You cannot dive the guy from 100 to 0 under turret. And so then if he stays under turret, okay, good, I will go and look to skirmish, look to teamfight and create a number advantage. But then you have a Borg. And it's not a good asset. You're not gonna reset your crit. You're not gonna have a lot of haste. So Borg is a really good item as a third or fourth or fifth item. I like to build Borg, but I like to build it pretty late because it's important to spike as hard as possible on TRYNDAMERE. And it's not the best spike. It's good only for your 1v1 against the tanky champion. Also, final argument is that Borg deals percent HP damage, so it's better the later, because the latest in the game, the more HP your opponents have. And earlier they have less percent HP basically, so it deals less damage. So that's like 4 reasons why you don't go Borg first.
Okay, I see. But if I go Kraken and don't go like the split push Heartbreaker build, what mythic should I go? Should I go Navori?
Yes, Navori is so good. Navori is so good with Kraken. And it's not even that's so good, is that you're kind of forced to do it if you're on the team fight and function as TRYNDAMERE, because everyone is so fast in the current pace of the game. Like you see like the last releases, you see Zeri, you see like champions like that who are like so mobile, so fast, like Bell that has a million dashes, etc. So if you don't have like something to match that speed and follow the dashes, etc., it's gonna be very tough. Okay. So and then you can go Kraken, but you can still go the split build. It's just that you don't need to go Hullbreaker like first. You can go Kraken Hullbreaker if you want to. But my whole point is with Hullbreaker, you're not gonna have any kill pressure, and he can still have some kill pressure. Some sort of kill, like if you cannot int it. But you don't have kill pressure, and with Kraken you can have kill pressure and look to like get even a bigger lead. Yeah, just explaining my thought process. It's still fine to go Kraken first, as long as I said, you play according to it. And here you see you do it like you auto, you move, and you do it on minions. But for some reason, it's only when you're fighting. When you're fighting someone, you don't kite for some reason.
Yeah, I have the thinking like I just need to press like the champion and the game does all the rest, and that's the quickest way to kill the enemy champion.
Oh well,
For
it's
some reason I have that
yeah.
thinking.
Okay, well it's the slowest. Hopefully I convince you of that. Or
Okay, good.
well now again talking about ease, like how terrible is that E? You don't even get CS, don't create distance that you needed, and don't deal damage. You just eat.
Yeah.
Now if he actually hits that Q, W, 3E autos, like he can even put you in ult range. That E is same. Like what are we Eing for? So yeah, I will stop talking about them, but it's already 6 minutes and probably like 10 E's. Like you're not gonna fight him in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minions when your jungler is bot and Shaco is mid, and you have that big of a wave to farm, and you actually know it, because now you're like, yeah, I'm not fighting, but why in the first place then? And now look at your HP, and now it's looking very dangerous. So now I will give you another general principle. So general principle 1, during the thinking, we think about mid to late game and try to understand our role. General thinking or principle 2, hit and run, giga important, on the champions to create distance and to have to use your E the latest possible and to get more as many autos as possible. General principle 3, keep track, like use your resources with the most value possible. Don't use your E for nothing. Try to get like E's that do multiple missions. General principle 4, it's gonna be whenever your jungler is not there, an enemy jungler can come, you don't want to trade HP. When you're quote-unquote weak-sided, which means that like here everyone's playing bot side, it's for your champion's bot side, and you're by yourself here, and the mid laner could roam and the jungler could come, which ends up happening, you don't want to trade HP. Your goal right now is to stay as healthy as possible and farm those minions. Of course, try to hold the wave because the next wave coming, so you're gonna hold that wave and then he's gonna probably crush the next one, but you need to stay healthy. You don't want to trade HP, like this is terrible, because your Sylas is not there and the Shaco could be there, etc. If the situation was the opposite, and you know that Shaco is somewhere in the map and your Sylas is coming, it's really good to trade HP. It's fine even if you trade like 70% of your HP bar for only 50% of his, it's good. Because now if Sylas comes and he's full HP, well now it's 130% HP versus 50%. So now it's winning. But so if your jungler is there, if you have a number advantage, trading HP is good. If you have a number disadvantage, trading HP is terrible. You shouldn't do it. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I just have a general problem at keeping track of everything that happens on the map.
So I got it, but during that game in particular, you had track, you kept track of it. Like here you tell me, oh, Shaco might be top, etc. Like that's why I'm saying it. If I knew it was that you don't know that Shaco is around top, etc., I would be like, you need to try the jungler. But at that moment particular, at least, you are telling me Shaco is probably top side, or maybe it happened later, and then you trade HP. So it means that you don't have that connection, which is I'm in a number disadvantage, I keep my HP bar high, basically. Okay. So now, yeah, a little something. Yeah, he doesn't have the range, so same, like it's probably just some matchup knowledge. His ult range is actually pretty short. It's like something like this, maybe like this. So yeah, he didn't have the range, but better safe than sorry, as I said. Like I'm fine with you ulting, but you had to ult because all that HP you traded before. And now it looks good. He has no mana, etc. But we don't know where Shaco is. And that's why I ask you where is Shaco, and you put the word and you see that he's here. And then he ends up wasting so much time top, which is good for us. We're pressing Qs. But I think actually, I mean, yeah, it's the very last one I'm gonna talk about probably. Let's not talk about it. I mean, it was another E basically. Because here, for example, your E is completely to survive the gank. That's what you need your E for, and you used one. I mean, that was fine. It was a bit ballsy though. It's okay. We're waiting for our ult, and now they're getting really low. But bro, like that was you have ult in 5 seconds, and you get in melee range. Like just Checo didn't get the E range for some reason because he was not spacing well. But here you're dead. Like you're supposed to be dead. And I was like yeah, here that's what we're playing for. You cannot play a dive. They probably think that you have no ulti. But now look at that. He autos and ults. What if he does a second auto and then ults? You're dead, you lose all that wave. Shaco can grab that next wave, they get platings. Even if that guy dies, like it's so losing for you. And you have ulted 5. So sometimes in League you're gonna do the wrong thing and get rewarded. Sometimes you're gonna do the right thing and get punished. And here you did the wrong thing and got rewarded for it. Now you have your ults. Now you don't have to be that afraid because they're so low in HP now. Look at Shaco's HP. Look at now these guys are Shoga's HP. They're super low. You have your ult. Now you can stay, and you actually stay and you end up killing him. Why not kiting though? Okay. So basically on that page, just like waiting for your ult. And okay, let's see if I forget something. Care for E is in lane, don't want to trade HP when we're excited. Kite again. Okay. Yeah, this is a nice trick to know when they have Buy My Cinder, it's good for you. When they have Bramble Vest, it's really good for you because if they push the wave, you just dash on them, you auto them, and they get turret aggro. And this is what happened here. So it makes you win the trade. Okay, now we know that Silas is on top side. Shaco spent so... Again, you see it now? That E for that 1 minion when you have ult in 7. So you can actually, like, you can go here. But now you cannot go because you have no E. You see? He's in melee range. Level 9 versus level 8. You have an ult, he doesn't. You bought items. You're in melee range. Now imagine if you had an E to dash here. Throw his Q. Now you dash. Boom. He's dead. Now you're here. And he's here. And you have boots, tier 2 boots. And he has no more Q. And you're full HP and you have ult. He's dead again. But he's not because you got 1 minion. So you value 20 gold over 300.
Yeah, I think that's a big problem of mine. Like tracking in general, not just my teammates, but also my but when my skills are going to be up. Yeah, I need to get better at that because I'm so nervous when I'm at lane and trying to like focus on my enemy that I forget everything around me.
I see. So you were not conscious that your ult was coming back or things like that?
No.
Okay, so the thing is regarding those is that you don't need to be conscious right now. You need to be conscious right now. I have ult in 40 seconds. That's when you want to take the information. And now you're like, I have ult in 20 seconds. So now when you come close to having your ult, you already know that it's something that's coming, you know. So now you know that, okay, I want to look for a fight because I have ult on that next wave. And here, by the end of that wave, I will have ult, for example. Okay. So now we're starting to get into mid-late game. There's something that is gonna be super important is that, so you notice what the objective is, but I feel like you probably have a hard time like understanding what's the best way to actually get that objective. So here, for example, there's a Herald, and when I play for Herald, right, that's why you're moving. Or are you moving just because there's a fight? You tell me. Is it because there's a fight, or is it because there's a fight on Herald? Or a bit of both?
Actually, I think in that situation, I pushed the wave in, and my initial plan was to go for Herald, and I saw that there's fight and my Z is going to the Herald. I think the main reason was going to the Herald was for the fight.
Okay, okay, but we're fighting for something. The reason we're fighting is because in the first place, you got that, you got the push, you got Shogath pretty low, and now Silas is pinging Herald and deciding to do Herald. And that's why there's a fight, because there's a pressure point. There's an objective to take on the map. And now we kill. And now that's the situation. So let's say the goal is Herald, but because it should be the goal. If it was not your goal, well, that's the mistake. The mistake is that we're playing for that objective. That's what we're playing for. That's why we're fighting. That's why you're pushing your top wave. That's why, yeah, that's the objective right now on the map. It's the Herald. There's no Drake.
For the kill or for the team fight. I should have gone for the Herald.
Okay, well, that's it. So the thing is, situation, junglers are dead, but it's a 2v2. So now it's a 2v2 potential on Herald, because yes, Shogath can come. Now, do you win that 2v2? What do you think? Does this and this beat this and Shogath?
Yeah, I think Shogath was pretty weak. I can't see his. Yeah, but that does it. Yes.
You think you win or you think you lose?
Yeah, I think I'll win.
Okay, Diana is level 8, she's 2 levels down, and she's mid HP. You have Flash and Ghost and Ultimate. So you can just use Herald as a magnet. Probably that you even kill the Diana if you go Herald. Why? Because if you go Herald, Shogath is probably gonna look to defend it. And then Diana cannot just let Shogath. She's gonna try to come and ult you guys, etc. And then you just kill the Diana, you know, like you use this as a magnet. If they don't come, you get Herald. If they come, you fight them and get kills. That's it. But committing...
I actually don't know. Did we get the Herald in that instance right now?
So you end up getting it, but because Shogath was focused on the Herald, and Shogath was realizing, oh shit, their jungler is dead, and these guys are chasing, are going crazy on the Diana, and the Herald is still low, and now Shogath is actually like doing it. Here again, you see like, because you let your character move, you actually, you lose so much space. You have Ghost, you're supposed to stay on top of her. Like here, if you move yourself, you can actually cancel the end of your auto attack, and you will be like standing close to her all the time. It's fine. We saw it now, and now you come back, and now this is also super risky. Like you say, Shogath might be here, but then you see Shogath, and then you go in melee range when he has ults. So the only reason you don't die here is because he doesn't go for another auto attack again.
Yeah.
Like he ulted you when you are not in ult range. Like this is not you making a good play. This is him making a terrible play. What's a good play here? Once you see him, like, okay, here, what's a good play?
I could just ping it to my teammates and maybe go to top lane and create pressure there. Try to create pressure there. I think that's. I don't know if it's a really good thing to hover around it.
Yeah, I would say just dance around here, you know, like just keep the vision on him. So you could completely like sack it, or just, so I would say maybe put a ward here. You put your ward and then you move top, and then you just start pushing because you're like, I cannot fight him. I have no more ult, etc. Or you just like dance around here and keep the vision on him. So you wait for Silas to come, because now Silas is gonna come at some point, and then you kill him when Silas comes. And maybe, so here actually your play ends up like getting you the Herald, etc. And you could be, well, it was the right play. But what if Shogath decides to ignore you, not look to ult you, keep hitting the Herald and ults the Herald? He's gonna get it and you're not gonna kill him. So it was not a good play. Yeah, so you put yourself in a really big situation. Now he decides not to finish the Herald, so now you can steal it. Oh, by the way, you see why I talked about putting a ward down, because now Silas comes, but he has no vision, and now you dash in to give vision, but you had the ward. So
yeah, I had the ward from the beginning. Yeah, I see.
But But yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like sometimes if you wait, why can I not pause anymore? Yeah, if you can't, you can't. Like basically, it's fine to accept that sometimes like you shouldn't like go in melee range of a Shogun who has ulti basically. Okay, and also from the start, if we're playing for Herald, we're playing for Herald. That's the focus. That's the objective. Here, I really like that you look to freeze, but bit of a missed execution.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fine. Like just like if you go in that bush, you need to go instant out of the bush. You can go in and out of the bush. So they look to aggro you, move, aggro you, move, aggro you, move. That's actually the very best way to do it, because if you do it perfect, they don't even auto you and they stay here and you don't even take damage. But your Tryndamere, you don't need that. So yeah, you see. But I really like that idea. Like I was really happy about that. Okay. Now I feel like there might be an issue. I mean, it's kind of hard into Shogun to go for Demolish proc though. But for you actually hit your first Demolish proc at 18 minutes, which is a consequence of all like the missed opportunities and the trays, etc. But that's an issue because it shows already that you're not playing for what you're playing. Like you're playing Hoardbreaker and Demolish. The goal is to take turrets, you know, and the first Demolish proc we end up hitting is at 18 minutes. But it's more a consequence of like missing your oh, by the way, if you want to clear a wave fast, how do you clear that wave the fastest?
I think killing the cannon first, and maybe like using my E for all the minions instead of just the 3 minions and the cannons, maybe.
Is it fine if I talk a bit fast for that one? Because we're talking about a lot of different things. I'm gonna focus about the delay. So fastest way to clear that wave here. So you're gonna like hit that melee to the point where the enemy wave has stacked on you. You want to keep the wave here because you don't want the casters to stay under turret. You want the casters to walk up, and so you can still like clear them. So you hit that melee because you still want to hit damage until they're all stacked as 6, and then you dash through all the minions, and then you kill the casters first. Casters first always. Why casters? 3 reasons. Reason 1, like if you want to crash here, you want to crash to hit that wave. So you want your wave to be as healthy as possible. Casters deal more damage. They have the top damage, the caster minions. They are also the squishiest. So it means that now you have the squishiest minions that are the ones who deal the more damage. So the easiest to kill, they deal the most damage. That's already 2 reasons. But also, if you kill the melees first, it means that your wave is gonna come, look to kill the melees, but they're gonna die, so they're gonna move towards the other melee, and then he's gonna die, and then the melee, and then towards the cannon, but the cannon is gonna die, and then they're gonna keep moving. And your minions, you don't want them to move. You don't want your minions to kite because they don't want to do it perfectly. So for that reason, so you let that wave stack on you. You dash through all the minions and the casters. You kill the caster first, and that way your wave comes and helps you kill the melees. And when they're killing the melees, you hit the cannon, and by that time the wave would be dead already. And now you have a nice crash, and you can even go for a Demolish proc when he TPs. And then you can even do something more advanced, but I'm not gonna go like too far in that field because we have like already like so many things to talk about. But the best play is if you actually manage to crash that wave fast enough. Here it would have been already dead. So you'll be walking towards the turret. You can hit the Demolish proc, but then you don't have a good base timer because now the next wave is gonna come and Shogun can just clear the wave instant. So now the next wave, you proxy it. You take it here. Because we see Diana and because Shaco is dead. So that might be a bit advanced, but...
Yeah, I've never done proxying waves. I've never done that, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm still looking for opportunity to do it, like for the first time.
Well, that's one, for example.
Yeah, I see it.
Because yeah, you bring the wave, so now Shogun is pinned here, and now you hit the Demolish proc, but if you base, he's gonna crash the wave and you're gonna lose your turret. So you want to clear the wave here. If Shogun comes to you, it's fine, because now he's gonna lose the next wave towards this turret. And that's about it. And you just clear the wave and you base, and now you have a timer to back. And probably even what it does is that now you have your hull breaker if you do this. Oh, okay, you actually had it. So, oh, by the way, an issue that we had is, yeah, in the whole idea of like planning ahead of time, you end up backing and not having hull breaker by just a few gold.
Yeah.
And then,
Like
so
300 gold or something
yeah,
like that.
300 gold. So it means that when you come back, what's your plan? Now you need like 200 for hull.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's it. So you clear that wave and you back on the next cannon wave. Clear that one, and you could have based here. Or maybe you clear that one, you get to push, and whenever you can. Okay, now you have a cannon wave coming. You back. You have your big spike now. You have your hull breaker. You want to pay it as fast as possible. But now you end up staying here. You're sitting on hull, sitting on hull, sitting on hull, sitting, and now you buy it. And you had it for like 3 minutes or something. So yeah, it's gonna be really important to play for spikes and your items. And now we have hull, and now becomes now we're in the mid to late game, and now there's the big issue of understanding your identity. You're playing hull and sheen. Why do we play sheen? We play it for turrets, because now you get under turret and you look at your sheen and you press Q, and now you wait for the next sheen, you press E, and now if there's a champion you press W, and you make like sheen procs rotations. That's why we play hull breaker. We play hull breaker for cannon waves also, because you buff cannon waves. And now we have a cannon wave coming. We have hull breaker and sheen, and we have Cho'Gath going mid or fighting here in river. What should we do?
Let's go push.
Yes. That's why, I mean, again, if you want to play the team fights, I agree. Go crack, you can go Kraken, etc. It's very fine. But now if you're building hull breaker and sheen, and you have a timer to actually push a wave, well, this is free turret. This is T1. Good job. Now, even if he kept pushing during the whole laning phase, you're the first one to get the turret, and that's why it's good, this build. But that's not what we're doing. Now we're fighting because there is a fight, and it's not even for an objective. There's not even herald. There's not even anything. You're just going and fighting. And now I'm instantly typing. And now by the time you crash that wave, you get your demolish proc, but now you don't get the full turret. So this is going to be very important because it keeps happening. So here, for example, there's a herald. So how do we play for herald? And I like the idea of Cho'Gath is low in mana, so I might just go on herald, and now he checks it, which is fine. Again, you don't kill him just because of, okay, that it was pretty unfortunate. But again, kiting, really good to dodge that Q. But again, the kiting would have been enough. You don't need to E here. You're under ghost. Don't E until you E for distance. Here you didn't need to create distance. Even if you don't kite him, you're in melee range. You're fine. Just yeah, keep clicking. But here we use E, and also that way, if he uses a flash, you can follow with your E. And you'll have to flash for his flash. So here you would have killed Cho'Gath and gotten, well, not Herald because it would be too late already. But probably you would get T1 and maybe even T2. Here there's a bit of an execution mistake, which is, what should you do here? What do you think you should do looking at it now?
I think I should definitely go for Cho'Gath.
No.
Okay.
You're playing Hullbreaker Shin. Again. Cho'Gath is gonna die. He has no escape. He cannot escape you guys. So you just...
I thought like my Silas is going to dive with me, and the best would be if I would be the one the turret is going to target, since I have my ultimate up, and that way we could kill him. I was a bit afraid that my Silas is going to attack without me attacking first, so the turret would focus me. That was my thinking here.
Okay, but it's a bad play. So now you're playing for a bad play. So you're afraid that he does a bad play. So now you do a bad play because you're afraid of the bad play. So you make the bad play happen. Here you just ping the turret. You just take it first. And I think Silas had that right ID. And now because you're afraid that he has the wrong ID, look at that. Now he's going because you went. And now you use ult. And now you have no ult. So you actually made him do a bad play because you thought he was gonna do a bad play. So you see like how funny the situation is, where you could just go for the right play, and then if he does the mistake, Silas is fine, don't worry about him. He has E, he can still dash out of turret range, he's full HP. If you see him take aggro, okay, now then you can go for the dive, and he's gonna live for himself, like don't worry about him. But yeah, like here, you take that turret so fast, plus the demolish proc. Yeah, look at that. The turret would be dead in just a few more autos, and then you can kill the guy, and then you would be full HP, and you have your ult, and you can look to pressure T2 top to open the Drake, for example. But now, because you did that, now you have no ult, and now you have 2 base, and now you're not creating pressure for Drake. When on that time, you could be here with ultimate.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, so glad you see it. And now, I really like something that you said. You said something which was like, I cannot go top now because I'm gonna be there too late. That means that either you have a good understanding of that part of the game, or you've watched a lot of my coachings. Because I see so many people like just going top here. So you start going top and then you're like, yeah, but the Drake is spawning, so I don't have the time. Okay, so now I'm asking you the question again. There's the Drake spawning in 10. The way of like, you're not gonna help the Drake by pressuring top. Okay. So how should you help the Drake? What are your other ways of helping the Drake?
Yeah, I thought in that instance definitely go team fight, but I think I overestimate the power of Heartbreaker in a team fight. I think if I go Heartbreaker, I should avoid team fights at all costs. And yeah, I see now I should have gone like to the quickest lane maybe, and just go to mid lane where I could create pressure ASAP, like, yeah.
If you had Flash and Ghost, maybe. But I'm sorry, if Flash, Ghost and ult. But even if you win Kraken and teamfight items, and you have no ult and no Ghost, I wouldn't even teamfight in that case. Tryndamere without ult is so weak, especially into Shogun that can just like ult you. And there are champions who have a lot of bursts, like Jin, 4th Auto, Shaco, etc. So here, yes, you just go mid. Going bot is not even good because they can afford to lose that bot turret to go for the Drake. But they don't want to lose mid because look at how low HP that turret is. If you go mid and they don't defend on you, you don't only get that T2, you get T2 and T3 because you have so much push right now. And now without ult and without Ghost, you get 2 turrets and you probably get the Drake for your team because they need 2 to defend on you. Or you can just ignore and at least take 1 turret. Or they need 1, but then you're taking a Shogun full HP with TP, etc. for you when you're nothing. Like in teamfight, you're worthless. And we're gonna see like, well, what's your impact in that teamfight? And it's very foreseeable. Like I was not surprised. I was not like, oh, it was misexecution. So this looks good for Tryndamere with ult and Ghost and everything. Now you dealt 400 damage and died. Instead of taking like potentially 2 turrets or bring someone. And now you need to be thinking, you're dead. You have time to think. What's the next objective now on the map? Now that Drake is dead. It's gonna be Nash. So you're concerned that they were rushing Nash? Is that what you are going there? Or
so are you talking about this instance now?
So why are you going top here? You are moving top, and then I'm telling you no go bot.
Yeah, I think I didn't realize it at that instance that Nash is the next. I think it might have been that Nash was already up, and I thought I don't have enough pressure or enough time to create pressure bot in order to avoid them, or like to bring them back from the Nash main.
So now the thing is, it's like a general idea about tempo, so I'm not gonna go too advanced, but here, for example, you were right to think that I don't have time to pressure top, because enemy team, where are they? We don't see them. They're already on the map. They came back from base where they just based, and now they're probably moving towards Drake. And Shogun is gonna be up, but he probably has a TP, and he has the portals, etc. So now you don't have the time. But now, if you think about the time, look at that. They're all low HP. They spend now time. They have gold and items that they have to spend. They use cooldowns, etc. So they cannot rush from Drake to Nash. Because if they do it, well, you guys can just go there and you're just gonna like fight them and kill them. Like you cannot like stay forever on map and do whatever you want. They're gonna be able to pressure Nash once they would have based, spent their gold, got their mana and HP bars back. But here you have Jhin who's going bot, you have Thresh who's still around here, you have Diana who's pushing mid, and you have Shogat who's showing top. It's not Shaco is not gonna solo that Nash. And your team is all respawning. So now you have time to go bot. Because now you see, we see all of them. And we know where they are and we know kind of what they want to do. Like Jhin has like 30% HP, he wants to base here. He doesn't, the ADC is bot, like they're not playing for Nash. But before, when you took your decision, you were very right because we had no information on them. So by not having information, we actually have information. Like they probably like are basing or just based and now they're gonna go for Drake. So that's why here you have the time to go bot and to pressure. That's really good. Here, I don't know why we flash. I feel like you panicked a bit. So, by the way, we're looking to apply pressure. We're not looking, again, to fight that Shogat. You don't have Bork, you don't have Kraken, etc. So, E, it's the same concept about E. Even if it looks juicy, you don't have information on anyone. So, if they come on you, it's winning already. If Shaco comes on you, boom, insta ping Nash is Nash. If anyone comes to you, it's winning for your team. This is good. You don't have to kill the guy. That's not your mission. Your mission is to keep your ult and your flash and your ghost in order to be able to like escape if they're coming as 4 or 3 or 4 or 5 on you. That's your mission. But that dash in without vision on anyone, that's the mistake here.
Yeah, I wanted to clear the wave as fast as possible. So what should I have done in that instance? Should I have cleared the...
Yeah, you don't need... So look, you're 2 levels up and you have a Shin, etc. So you just auto the wave. And if he gets in meta range, you can auto him if you want. But the wave is pushing already. The wave is pushing already and you have Hullbreaker. That's why you have Hullbreaker. And it's pushing to them. So like, and your point here is to create pressure. Okay, maybe that's when speed pushing comes into place and the science of it. It's like if you're in the position like to kill the Shogat, you should look to kill the Shogat, but it's a Shogat and you have Hullbreaker. Like it's not your mission. Your mission here is to create pressure. You want to create pressure bot to create space for your team top. You're already doing it. Good job. You don't need to create more pressure than that. So you have vision on that guy, and you just, like, this wave, you just auto it, etc. But as I said, you keep your E. If you saw everyone mid, like 1, 2, 3, 4 defending that mid wave, now you can dash on Shogat. Yes, because you're stronger. Maybe you probably beat him long term. It's gonna take forever, because he has 1, 2, 3, 3.6k HP, and you have no Kraken, no Bork, like nothing for him. You just have a hole and Shin. But you can, because you're not in danger. But here, look at that pressure you're applying. Jhin was already bot. You didn't have to dash in for Jhin to be bot. It's not because you dashed in that Jhin is showing. Jhin was bot. You did your job. That's really good. But now you're putting yourself in a position where, well, you cannot pressure too much anymore, because now you have to go out, and you're getting low in HP. Still, I think that you have your E in 2 seconds. And now your E is up, you know, so I don't think you need to flash first. I think the flash was a bit of an overreaction. Maybe you're overestimating Hullbreaker power in teamfights, but you're underestimating Hullbreaker power in side lane. Or when you said, I got lucky when Shaco came to you, top lane. Or you didn't get lucky, like they could like trap you, they could hit Shaco boxes on you, etc. You have Hullbreaker, you're so tanky. Hullbreaker plus Q plus E plus flash plus ghost. Like you shouldn't be worried here. Like they used everything now. You just Q, you walk this way and you dash out. And they just wasted time and you created pressure. And that way you can stay and keep creating pressure. Because now you cannot stay bots. But still you created pressure bots. And now what do you think I'm expecting you to do right now?
Create pressure on the mid?
Yes, exactly. It's really good to play for that Nash, because they got whoever it was out, etc., even if Sona was dead. But then do you want to be there with Shogev? Like here, who has the more value on the fight? Is it?
Yeah.
It's Shogev.
Yeah.
With his ult and the fact that he's a tank, etc. So just get him out. Plus Diana is basing, etc. So now if you push mid, it's a 3v like 1 or 2, and then you can still rotate after. But create the pressure first, like we did bot. It's because you created pressure that now Jhin is bot, and it's because you're gonna create pressure that now someone is gonna be mid. And if they don't, well, you just keep pushing. I mean, yeah, you probably rotate at some point, but create the pressure first, because now also something that happens is that if anything goes wrong here for some reason, it goes wrong and you fight and you die, now they have a mid wave to push mid. But if you push first, they don't have a mid wave. So it's so many good reasons like to just go for it. And now we have Hullbreaker, Triforce, and Nash. What do I expect you to do right now? Now that your team is coming to you?
To push.
Okay. And now your team is coming to you. So what do you think I would do here?
Split.
Yeah, where would I go?
Probably mid lane, since bot lane is too far away.
That's it. If they're coming to me, I let them come. Like Nash has more value on the more lanes you apply Nash to, the more value it has. So that's one reason to do it. And now I have Kraken and Triforce. So unless like it's looking really good, maybe I would stay, but I would not be like too happy of it, and I would probably just go mid here.
Yeah,
or something.
I should just see that as an opportunity to push mid lane, since all of them are on the top lane.
Yeah, then it's fine. If the fight is looking good, of course you should stay, but here you're telling me I don't think it's a good play. So I think it can be a good play personally, so I will not be like too mad at you staying, but it's because you're telling me that you don't think it's a good fight. Well, then go for a good split if you cannot go for a good fight, because now this happened, and you're just losing like Nash time. Like nothing happened during that Nash timer. We're just in the same spot than 1 minute ago. So now look at your Nash timer. Half of it went down without your team even pushing one wave. But it's your mission to push waves. It's not Silas, it's not Zed. Their mission is to team fight and use the space that you're creating. Okay. And now we're applying pressure. And now that's what I'm asking you. What's your... So you're telling me you're gonna apply pressure top, but I tried, like, I wanted it to be like more practical on your end. Being like, what does it mean applying pressure? So it's Jhin top. Do you want to keep Jhin top? Like, what if it's on a Jhin? Let's say it's on a Jhin. What do you do then?
If it's only Jhin, I should, since I have the Nash buff, I should push in that tower, since he can't, since there's no way he can clear all the minions.
Okay, if it's on a Jhin, you get top in him. Yes, you can push. He cannot stop you. You just get top in him. If it's Jhin and Shogev, what do you do?
Split. Change the lane immediately.
Immediately?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I would say go immediately to mid lane.
So let's see. That's what you did. So they came and you go immediately mid. But now what happens? The Drake is not up yet, and now Jhin and Shogev have the time to come. Now Jhin is here in that fight.
Yeah, true. I noticed that I created pressure way too soon. Too early.
So you're not pressuring too early. It's really good because now the fact that they're here, it makes it possible for your team to either make a catch, but also take vision, bot. Like there's still 4v3 on that bot side of the map, and it's really good. It's not too early, but you left too early. Now it's so you have this wave and they're defending it, fine, but you need to stay here. Keep buffing with the Nash buff. And stay there for the next wave that's coming. Because now if there are two on that next wave, now you out-rotate, and by the time you out-rotate, the Drake is up. And now you created a number advantage. So you need to keep that in mind. It's actually really good that you're there before. You didn't pressure too early. Because now look at the space you're creating for your team. Now they can sit here, they can put vision, they have a ward here, they can go for mid prio, etc. This is really good, but you need to stay because now it's too early to move. So you don't actually get that Drake because of your pressure. Your pressure at the end did nothing because they had the time to just defend and rotate. You get that Nash because Diana got caught, basically. And you see your damage on Diana? Nothing. Like, you didn't kill the Diana here. So you just need to stay top, understand your strengths, and play with them. And now you can already think, like, if we're playing for the Drake, oh, by the way, as we said, now they're back, Shogath is here, and Jin is here. And there's a Drake, and there's a mid wave being pushed in. Same. Instant. It should click. Boom. That's where you are. That's where you should be. The Drake is not even started, and Diana is dead. So that means that if you go mid, if they don't come to you, it's a 4v4 here, which your team can win. And by that time, you can even, maybe even end the game. I'm not even kidding. Or at least get those 2 turrets. You can push so much. So they have to match you. And if they match you, now it's a 4v3 and you get Drake. But if you're team fighting, what will happen is that you're trying to team fight with, look at your autos. 75, 75, yeah. 78, 83, 85, 85. You're pretty much doing nothing here. And now you use your ult and you use your everything for Shogath, which you focus as 3 players. It was Sona, Sylas, and you for Shogath. This is not worth it. And now look at that. Your minions even took the turret. And here you would be already like, yeah, you would be already hitting the inhib and moving into Nexus turrets.
That's true.
Really important to understand. If you like that about Tryndamere, the fact that he can split push, etc., like, you should play for this. Now I don't even know the timers. We just took Drake. What's gonna be the next objective?
Yes, the Drake is gone. The next objective should be burn.
Okay, go bot. That's simple. I swear, I told you before the coaching even started that to elevate your gameplay and make it like more complex, you need to make it more simple, basically. Oh no, the Drake is still up. Oh, my bad. I thought they took the Drake. And here I'm telling you, don't go top. And do you understand why? I think you do.
That instance, I think that takes too much time.
Yes, by the time you're going top and pushing, because now, again, we don't see the enemies, so they just based after that last fight. Now they're coming back on from the base, and they're most likely playing around here and playing for the Drake. So if you go here and here, now it's a 5v4 for enemy team, and they can afford to lose the top turret. Like, top turrets don't matter that much, even if they lose top inhib here, like, because next objective is gonna be Nash after, and they can defend top inhib and Nash at the same time, basically. So now what I'm calling is to pressure mid, but by pressuring mid, like, you just need to stay here. That's it. You don't want your team like to fight or to participate in a fight or anything. Like, Sylas is not here, Tyric is not here. So this is really good. They use Zonias, etc. Now you just kind of ping back. Okay, they use flash and ult on Shogath, which is fine. These autos are useless. That's not what you want to play for. There is a Sona, so you don't have your hull breaker buff, so you're not even tanky. So that's not the play. You just stay mid, and even by staying mid, you're giving them space for Drake. Like, this is even good. The mistakes were on Sona and Z parts. It was not on you. And now you can push. And now I'm telling you, this, you should get inhib here, 100%. So the goal when you're pushing at that point, if it's the last turret, you don't need your wave. Because after a turret, there's going to be an inhib, and all you need is to take inhib. You need to take it as fast as possible. Not even for Diana. Diana, you can ignore her. But you don't want them like to have the time to collapse on you. Then you can open mid inhib for Nash, and I think it's good enough because this guy is dead and this guy is dead. So even if you die here, it's a 4v4. Like, your team can def Nash. If your whole team was dead or something, or just 2 of them were dead, etc., it might be not the best play. But here, as soon as this turret is focusing your minions, you go for it. Boom. Here you use E on CD. Boom. And yeah, if you went a bit earlier, it's so close actually. If you went a bit earlier, you could get the turret. Or if you pushed also the way faster, like we explained. Like, probably like before, yeah, that wave, exactly. So if you push that way faster, if you were like just more committed to it, you would get inhib. Because, yeah, you see that E again, ing through the melees and not the casters, etc. Especially with that beat, you have such a slow push that you need to find the fastest way to actually push a wave. And here you can ignore the Diana and you get mid inhib, and you can even escape probably. And you end up escaping. And now it's kind of the same. Like here, it's actually fine to now that you're here. Like I think the best play would be like just even basing and going back bot, you know. But at that point, I'm just kind of trying to like make you focus on pressuring and understand what I mean by pressuring. By pressuring, it means like what you're doing right now. This is pressuring. You're there. You're applying pressure point, because if they leave, like here they are here, so like I'm not pressuring anything, but no, you are, because if they leave, now you take everything. But by pressuring, you just stand here. You don't want to participate in any fight. You don't want to, yeah, like, look at these autos you're hitting on Diana, like it's nothing. You don't want to risk it. Now you're in range and now you get killed and you have no ult. Pressuring would be just standing here. That's it. And you're pressuring enough. But even like the best play, because Chico was on Drake, like you had the time to actually like go back bot or go and pressure mid. But what was important to me is that you understand what I mean by pressuring, actually. Just like be there, exist. Now we fight them and we kill them, and actually I think that the best play here is not to go for bot. So I have two options. It's either you go for mid, which is open, so you can just rush it, and you can just rush mid inhib. Or if you go bot, now there's something really important that you need to do as a split pusher, which is super easy. You just count. So you count to 5. 1, 2. So 2 guys who have information on because they're dead. Okay. Where are 3, 4, and 5? 3. Where are 4 and 5? I don't know where they are. As long as I don't know where they are, I don't use my E, I don't dash in, I don't go crazy. Exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That easy. Just where are they? You know, where is the rest of my team? And yeah, it's good again. So now we see everyone that's alive. So your team has the time to base, to buy items, to push out a wave, to get a jungle camp, etc. This was really good. You were already like pressuring, but you want to like, yeah, go in kill range or anything only if your team is in a position to get something for it. So yeah, really good. We're playing for the wave, get the wave. That's what defending is. Now we're gonna do. So Drake is spawning, but it's spawning very soon. So now I'm actually typing top bad here. Don't have the time. Yes, you don't have the time to pressure this by the time this is up. And again, why? We don't see them. And if you don't see them, it probably means that they just based and they're around bot, which they are. And now you're pressuring top, but you're not pressuring. You're gonna be pressuring in 20 seconds because now they have no pressure of losing anything. And now you are, but it's a bit too late because now Drake is up. So they didn't have the time to react to your push. The goal by going on side lane is that they see you on side lane. They're like, oh shit, TRYNDAMERE is on side lane. We need to send someone. And then they send someone. Here, by the time they realize that you're a danger, they can, like, the Drake is already up. They can already like take the fight and go for the Drake, etc. So you need to be there before, like a minute or a minute and a half before the objective spawns. But then if you want to move and if you want to rotate, it needs to be when the objective is going to spawn. You don't want to be there when the objective is spawning and then rotate after. Or just be there and then be unmatched, you know.
I need to create pressure one minute or 90 seconds before, and I need to rotate. So I didn't get that. Could you
yes. So if you want them, like if you want to create pressure and bring someone, you need to be there at least a minute before the objective is up, because you want them to actually have the time to see, oh, TRYNDAMERE is here. Fuck, we need to send someone, and then someone bases and goes there, and this takes around like 30 seconds. So you need to actually be there before, because here like they might be like, oh shit, TRYNDAMERE is there. Well, let's just take Drake first and then base, because they can. But if Drake is not up yet, they cannot, so they're just gonna base, and now you create a pressure point. And now, if you decide to create a pressure point to rotate, which often you don't want to do once you have Rollbreaker and Triforce, because you can just ignore whoever is coming and just hit the turret. But if you want to rotate, because they come as 2, for example, now you want to do it in a way that you're gonna be there on Drake by the time the Drake spawns. Because it's what you did earlier, you know, when Shogath and Jin were there, and you were here, and you moved, and then you're there, but the objective is not up yet. And now they have the time to clear the wave and come and follow, and they are here by the time the objective is up. So yeah, you just have the timings a bit delayed, a bit wrong, and if you're gonna fix them, you're gonna see like the games are gonna get so much easier. And here my point is, so why am I calling for you to just take double inhib here?
Yeah, Dan couldn't threaten me enough in order to kill me. I should have gone just further in, and also the Drake is not up yet.
Yeah. So no, they just killed Drake, and
Oh,
now
they
there's a risk that they just end, you know. And if you want to defend here, it's gonna be really tough because again you have Hullbreaker. You're not strong in team fights. You don't want to back here and look to defend by team fighting. You want to defend by making them defend, basically. And if they don't defend, you get double inhib, and that way you have super minions coming that will help you defend, and then you can defend. Diana is one of the like some champions like Diana, Fizz, I don't know, like something like Set, etc. Like they cannot do shit about split Tryndamere. Like here you just keep hitting, you use your Q, your E, etc. and you take top inhib and you take mid inhib, and if they come to you and kill you, it's fine. Because you will die so far, you will die like around here, and by the time they move all the way towards all the map, etc., you probably have respawned already, or your team can defend like one wave, and then you can defend. Like they're not threatening to end the game or to take the Nash or anything. So now I'm kind of like pushing you to do it again, just so you see that you can do it, and it's on a timer where there's a Nash. But here I would instant. Okay, this happens. They're behind me. Instant go for that inhib and that next wave. Because if you take the wave, they cannot end the game. There is a wave here, but yeah, we can defend that. There's the next wave coming, and just take the inhib, and you're gonna see someone's gonna react. Like they're just not good. You see, and they're reacting. They're coming to you. But if you did it faster, you would have had the time to actually get the portal and go out also.
So the point is, always look for the opportunity to get like easy objectives, like in that case, like the inhibitor.
When you're playing that build, yes, for sure. And don't, and also avoid team fights, because now if you go on that team fight, you're gonna get close to Z, so you don't have like the Hullbreaker power anymore, and now you're just weak. You're at 36 minutes Tryndamere with 2 items and a half. Like this counts as half an item if you're in a team fight, but this counts as like this counts as an item and a half when you're splitting or by yourself. That's like, yeah, that's understanding the strength of Hullbreaker. So here my clicks will be towards inhib. And now I'm calling you to go inhib, and even you see how late you went there, and you're still able to get it. And my play here will not be like trying to go for that turret. I will be running this way. I will be running around the turrets. I will be like just wasting their time. During that time, my team can depush mid, depush top, walk up, get vision on Nash, etc. And that will be good enough.
Yeah, I panicked a bit there.
Yeah, but you so you see what I'm looking for, at least in my games, like how obsessed I am about just taking a big, because here like you're 24-48 for every kill you have. They have 2 kills, but still, yeah, like you took an inhib mid, you know, and you took like so many turrets, etc. And that was by doing split Tryndamere like wrong, quote unquote wrong, you know, for the most part at least. So imagine if you did it right. Like I would have, like, yeah, I would have finished the game already probably. And you can too if you look for the right things. And here we have one last example where they have Nash. So now when they have Nash, you don't split. You don't split into a Nash. It's so hard to split into a Nash, because they can just back in for a second and defend, and your team has a hard time defending as far, even in a 4v4, because now they have the Nash buff, etc. But now, so what should we play for? We should play to defend the waves. So now you have a wave here, and you have a Shogath chasing a Z here, and Z already killed the ADC, and you're playing for the Shogath for some reason. Clear that wave, fix that, clear that, etc. Let the Z kite forever, etc. But you're not gonna do anything here. Look at that. You just go in melee range, and now he trades all of your HP, and now you have to base, and now you're walking back because you see a Sona. You see how much you get baited by your team, because you're not like convinced about what your mission is. So you're kind of like let them dictate your mission, which shouldn't happen. And now this is fine. I'm fine with this, but it's too late because now they had the, you know, the bot wave that I talked about. Well, they actually ended with that wave plus the mid wave. So yeah, for me, too late. It's like understand like your role and your mission, but also something which is going to be useful regardless if you have Hullbreaker, Triforce or not, or you're playing teamfight build, because it's the same concepts. Even if you're playing teamfight build, you go on the side 1 minute 30 before the objective. You make them match you. If you can kill the guy that's matching you, dive him, etc., you just do that and then you take everything. And if you can't, well, then you just rotate, but make sure that once you're there on the objective is spawning or has spawned. That's really important. And those are like general principles that you can use, I think.
Okay, I see.
Okay, I think I will send you the list of notes. So without context, they don't mean much, but maybe if you just reread them, you will remember why I talked about like that thing or that thing at a particular time, etc. So that could be useful. And of course, I will post the session on YouTube also, so you can like go back to it and rewatch it, etc. Because we've been talking about a lot of things, like a 40 minutes game. Like we've been talking about a lot of things. So I'm sure, like, yeah, you cannot get all of this and go into your next game and fix everything. Like, this is not gonna happen for sure.
Yeah, but those are definitely some points that will help, definitely, and I will look forward to implementing them in my games.
Okay, yeah, awesome. And I'm sure, like, if you just focus on 2 or 3 of those, you will already see results. Like, you don't have to fix everything at the same time for sure. Okay, so that was it for my review. So did that bring any question on your side regarding that game or the game in general?
No, actually, one thing, if you could explain that to me, the concept on because I've seen a few games of like pro players, like before minute 20 or so, when they have the opportunity to kill the inhibitor, but decide not, because like the reasoning behind it is like that creates opportunity for the enemy team to generate a lot of gold. Is that something I should keep in mind?
Oh, yes. So inhibs, unless your team is stomping, but like legit stomping, you don't take inhibs to end the game. That's not why you take inhibs. You take inhibs to create pressure, because that way, if you take, like, let's say you take bot inhib, you don't need to go bot and split. Someone will have to go bot and defend that bot inhib. And that way you create a number advantage to get something, to get an objective, to get the Nash, etc. That's why I told you that top inhib was not even good at some point when there's a Drake to take and then the next objective is Nash. Because if the Drake is already there, and you take top inhib, it means that top inhib is not going to help you for Drake. It doesn't have the time to create pressure for the Drake. The Drake is already up. But then, after the Drake, it's going to be Nash. So if you took top inhib, well, now enemy team, they can defend top inhib, they can defend top lane and Nash at the same time, because it's on the side of the objective. Yeah. But if you take bot inhib and there is a Nash, well, now someone has to go bot to defend that, and now your team can be 5v4 on Nash side. So this is good. So that's why pro players, they don't like to take an inhib, for example, at 17 minutes, because if you take it at 17 minutes and you take bot inhib, well, for 3 minutes, enemy team can stay bot and defend, and so your minions are killing their waves, so you're losing golden experience, and they're killing your waves, so you're gaining gold. They're gaining golden experience, and by that time they have someone stuck bot, and often you cannot do anything about it on the rest of the map because there's no Nash to take. You don't have a Nash buff, so you cannot just push turrets. They can send someone mid, send someone top to clear waves, and you cannot even get bot waves because you would be like way too advanced on the map. And the best you can do is like clear some jungle camps, and that's it. So that's why like it's often bad to take an inhib before, I'd say 18-19 minutes, because if you take an inhib at 19 minutes, inhib bot at 19, it's perfect, because by the time the super minions spawn and they come, etc., they will be pressuring at 20 minutes and like 20 seconds or something, and now at that time, boom, you can instant go Nash.
Yeah, I see, but just in that instance.
Yes.
So just in that instance, when it makes sense to create the pressure on the other side on the map with your super minutes. Okay.
Yeah, basically keep in mind that unless your team is like legit stomping, you don't take inhibs to end the game. You take inhibs
Okay.
because they're gonna allow you to create pressure to get something that will get you to end the game, to get
Okay.
an Ash, to get a Soul, to get a Drake. So this is something you should apply to your solo queues as well,
Okay, I see.
especially if you're facing a Kale, a Karthus, a Kassadin, like something that scales really hard on experience. Any other question?
No, I'm actually really like happy right now. And I
Okay,
think
nice.
that can fix a lot of problems I have in my games.
Okay, big. Sorry if at some point I sounded a bit harsh or something. I might have. But
No, not at all.
okay, big. So wait, what do I rate for your elo? I think it was high silver, low gold. No, that game.
I think it's right now. So you mean my MMR or my
Yeah,
actual elo?
your MMR, like last season's elo at the end of the season.
I think last season it was silver, high silver, or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I think regarding the game. Like probably silver 2 or 1.
Yeah, I'm right now in silver 2.
Okay, so probably a season it will be silver
Yeah.
1 because you didn't get to your elo yet. Okay, makes sense. So I mean, to kind of finish my coaching, like there's like a few questions or a few things that I always talk about. I mean, it's gonna be mostly 2 questions. So the first one, as I keep saying, like I'm trying to make you guys better at players, but I'm trying to make myself better as a coach. So if you can tell me from the top of your head, like the things that I've been doing right during the session, so I just can keep doing it for my following students. But also, if I've been doing anything wrong or could be bettered, please let me know as well.
Yeah, I think like some positive I would actually uh, bring out is that the concept of you asking me in different situations what my plan is and what's happening on the map, that keeps me on my toes and actually brings me that actually gets me to thinking what's happening on the map, what's the objective, what do I need to do here, and not just like running around the map like a headless chicken. um,
Mm.
that's one positive I would say. Um, yeah, I actually don't have any negatives. I'm actually really happy right now,
Let's
and
go. You
will
don't have to.
definitely.
You don't have to.
No, I'm definitely will look at the video again and
Oh
try
yeah.
to understand the points even more. Yeah.
Okay, nice, awesome. And then the last thing will be that I'm trying to like make a benchmark and understand like how should I price these sessions, because I'm not gonna do them for free forever. I think there will always be like coaching giveaways, etc. But of course I'm trying to make a living out of it. So what do you think would be a fair price for this kind of session that we just had?
Yeah, I already wrote in the chat. I think it's right now it's $50,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's a minimum because like that's a salary per hour like 22 to 25 dollars, and that's very fair.
Mm.
At least that amount, I would say. Like maybe 50, 60, 70, depending on the amount of people that would like to order the service.
Okay, I will write that down. Nice, and then I would do the average at the end, see where it brings me. Okay, and then Shredford usually like at the end I say that of course like I have a secret agenda trying to promote my content, etc. But you've already been following. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for like it's always a pleasure to have you on the chat, and thank you for being part of that journey. And I will try to make it a beautiful journey, as beautiful as possible for everyone.
Yeah, I'll definitely be on the ride, and I'll be excited for the next streams, and I'll be sure to look in your streams every time I can.
Let's go. Thank you so much. And also, please know that you can like you can ask me anything on Twitch and on YouTube, and I answer like every comment, everything. But you can also ask me on Discord now that I coached you. You can ask me questions about the build, the play situation, and I will be very happy to answer.
Oh, that's nice of you. Thank you. I'll
Yeah,
definitely do that.
My pleasure. So is it good on your side, SCHMEHDFRIED? Any other thing to add, to discuss, to any question, or is it good for you?
No, I'm very good. Thank
Okay,
you.
perfect. Well, if it's good for you, it's good for me. So thank you so much for being nice and coachable. It's been a good session, and for helping me like with the time, etc., starting a bit earlier than what we said, so I can go and celebrate my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. I can have fun for your games, your climb, and everything in your life as well. And I will see you soon, SCHMEHDFRIED.
Thank you. See you. Bye
Have a
bye.
good day. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.